Culinary cuisine is a rich tapestry of aroma, flavor, and culinary tradition from the Mediterranean all the way to the Arabian Peninsula. One dish that has gained popularity worldwide is a beloved Middle Eastern street food that originated from Egypt. This iconic dish is crispy and flavorful patties that are made with chickpeas and fava beans and an excellent source of plant protein. A falafel is a great choice for a nutritious addition to your diet. Falafel originated in Egypt, and then people are really unsure exactly when it was invented. Although one thing we do know for sure is that according to Alexander Lee from History Today in his article Historian's Cookbook from 2019, he states that falafel originated in Alexandria, Egypt. Its principal ingredient was fava beans, and it became a staple in the Egyptian diet. As falafel made its way more throughout the Middle East, the chickpeas took over instead of fava beans as it became more readily available. So today I have some dried chickpeas that I let soak overnight. It's important to use dried chickpeas and not canned ones, as canned ones are already cooked. Therefore, when you're frying them in the pot, they will actually fall apart, not maintaining the falafel shape. As well as the other ingredients that I will be using today are parsley, cilantro, onion, and garlic, as well as the spices that I have are cumin, coriander, salt, and cayenne pepper. And we're also going to be needing a food processor. So as I place all these items into the food processor, it's also good to note that a falafel is a vegan and vegetarian dish, making it full of nutrients and flavor. As stated by Mandy Outlander, from her Time article from 2017 titled "Should You Eat Falafel?" She states that 3.6 ounces of chickpeas, which is roughly about 3 falafels, equals about 26% of your daily natural fiber, which is a great addition to diet, as chickpeas themselves are a plant-based protein, therefore making them a very filling meal, and as well as extra nutritious through all the herbs and spices that we'll be using. Once you have all of the ingredients in your food processor, you're going to want to place the herbs and the onions and vegetables on the lower levels and on the chickpeas on top to weigh everything down. Once you blend it all together, you're going to want to use a spatula and comb down the sides in order to allow for a better mix. Once this, you're going to look for a sort of texture that's similar to almost like a little grains. One way you know for sure that it's ready is if you're able to squeeze the mix into your hands and you're able to almost form a little ball. And once you're able to form it into this little ball shape with no cracks, another way you can test to make sure it's going to maintain is you throw it up in the air, and if it falls onto the plate and still holds its shape, you know that it's ready. Once you have your mix ready, you're going to want to now add your spices, and you're going to want to massage the spices into the mix by hand. Once then, you're going to want to grab your falafel mix, and you're going to want to kind of make a little falafel bowl about this size, a little bit smaller maybe if you want to. It really depends on you. Don't make them too large or else they won't be able to cook thoroughly inside. You're going to want to bring them over to your pot. The pot is filled with frying oil, usually a vegetable or a grapeseed oil. You're going to want to bring it up to about 176 degrees Celsius and want to cook it between 165 and 175 degrees. Once then, you will place it inside. It will start to bubble, and you're going to want to cook it for about 6 to 8 minutes, again depending on the actual cook time, or the cook time depends on actually how thick your falafel is. Once that is done, you will be left with a nice, crispy, and flavorful falafel full of delicious flavor from the herbs and spices that we have put into it. And as stated by Lisa Wardle from the Patriot News in her 2017 article of how to make falafel from scratch, she states that the best way to eat falafel is actually in a sandwich with pita, lettuce, tomato, or on a salad, which I completely agree with. Typically, falafel is eaten inside of a pita sandwich or you can either have it on top of a salad, use a sort of tahini sauce that usually goes along with it, or yogurt-based sauce. All are great options. So whether you're enjoying a nice, delicious street food or a gourmet meal, falafel is the essence of Middle Eastern cuisine with a balance of flavor and nutrition. So delight yourself with the taste of falafel, knowing that each bite not only is absolutely delicious, but also nourishes the body.